Two NL East rivals. It's the Washington Nationals against the New York Mets. Major League Baseball, only on 2K Sports.
The New York Mets in a National League battle, and they get to do it on their own home field. Hi again, everybody, along with Steve Phillips and John Kruk. I'm Gary Thorne. Welcome. Close to 40,000 fans to witness this one. Here's a look at the Mets starter. And Steve, what's he looking at as he sees this Washington lineup?
A pretty good matchup for this right-hander on the mound right here. This is the lineup that he should be able to carve his way through. Not many threats in this lineup for him.
Here's the lineup for the Nationals. Any of these bats stand out, John?
Well, Gary, most times when a guy has no plate discipline, you look at a lot of strikeouts and really poor numbers, but not Vladimir Guerrero. His numbers are unbelievable. It has a chance to put him in the Hall of Fame. What he does, though, is something that just can't be taught. If you're doing a how-to book on hitting, Vlad's not the guy to watch, but the results you want.
Rains up now. Now the Nationals took the loss yesterday. They really were hoping to pick up at least the third game in that series. They end up 0-3 against the Marlins in Florida. Little fly ball to shallow right, and Kent takes care of that one. Now we'll take a quick look at the Mets. This is how they line up on the field. And John, how about individual factors out there?
Well, highlights are what you're going to see when you watch David Wright. He has the ability to make the unbelievable play. Sometimes struggles with the routine play. His throwing has sometimes been a concern, but to me, he's one of the best in the business at his position.
Nobody on base, one away. And the called strike taken by Zimmerman.
Well, this guy is a classic finesse pitcher with one of the best curveballs in the league.
And that's a strike. Zimmerman behind on the count. Will be careful. And Steve, also the batters have to keep in mind he'll mix the fastball in once in a while, and he can really catch him on that pitch.
Well, he can, but because the fastball's not overpowering, I think you have to stay back. Let the pitch come to you, and at times look for the curve.
Oh, tough one to lay off right there, that fastball. 1-2.
Well, looking for a bounce-back performance today. Some disappointment after last game, striking out twice.
And he leaves that one alone. Ryan Zimmerman with patience to even it up. Now the 2-2. And Kent picks it up. And that sets down Zimmerman. Make sure to catch this one next Tuesday. We'll see Josh Hamilton and the Tampa Bay Rays. They take their game to Boston to challenge the Red Sox at Fenway. Going to be starting at 7 o'clock Eastern. Vladimir Guerrero at the plate with 2 away. Hitting .311, lifetime off the Mets. Here it comes. Curveball just misses. 1-0.
Well, his last game came so close to hitting for the cycle. Got the home run and the single and double, but unfortunately just couldn't come up with a triple.
Here's the 1-0. Deep right. That one's grabbed. Side retired. And they are retired in short order. Good defensive half inning. And the Mets, their first chance coming up. Our starting pitcher for Washington, Steve, as he faces this Mets lineup today, what do you think his thoughts are?
This lineup should not be much of a problem for this righty on the mound today. He has some of the best stuff in the game, one of the elite pitchers. He should be able to go through them easily and retire outs.
Martinez outside. That'll be a ball. Mets taking a loss in their last outing, and that ended a bitter series, getting swept 0-3 against the Phillies in Philadelphia. Wilson, he takes that one. It's in there. And that last outing down by 3.
Yeah, and the offense just couldn't figure out a way to close the gap in this one.
Fastball just about had him, and it's a 2-2 count.
Well, he tried to go outside on the outside corner with that fastball right there. Just got a little bit off the plate. He's got to be careful, though. You don't want that hitter to get his arms extended.
3-2.
Martinez outside. That'll be a ball.
Well, you see, he just missed with that fastball right there away. Let's see if they try to come back inside to try to jam him.
3-2 on the way.
Ball 4.
That misses ball 4. Now we're going to see if we'll get some motion on the base pass.
Well, you just saw a great deal of plate discipline right there on the hitter. Maybe a little fatigue on the pitcher's part. They're not used to throwing that many pitches in one at bat, but the hitter wins it and gets that base on balls.
David Wright at the plate. One of the best base stealers in the National League last year. Runner on first. Yeah, Wilson gonna steal.
Strike 1.
Safe. He gets in there. And that's high for a ball. Martinez missed. The pitch. And he looks at a fastball in there, and it's 1-2 now. Swing and a miss on the breaker, 1 down.
That's a hard-biting curveball right there with great break. Awfully tough to put in play. Swung right through it.
This is the lineup we'll see for the Mets. Scouting report, John. How about some picks?
Well, I like David Wright in this one. You know, he's a guy that can drive in runs. He can drive in big runs. The thing with David Wright over the last few years of his career, he's shown a lot of inconsistency. When he's hitting the ball the other way, that's when he's at his best. Let's see if he can hit some in that right center field gap today.
Man on second, 1 away. Pulls that one off, and it's high, ball 1.
Well, the Nationals turned around their fortune a little in 2010, avoiding their 3rd straight year of triple-digit losses. They're looking to play better in the division if they're going to start to make up ground and really, truly be a competitor.
Changeup waved at and missed, 1-1. The Washington record 30-42 against the East. That's the one they've got to get near 500 to compete.
You know, I always look at those young and upcoming teams, how they do against the teams that make the playoffs. 10-8 against the Braves, not too bad, but 6-12 against the Phillies last year. They've got some room to go.
He watches the 1-1 pitch, takes a fastball, strike 2.
In order to throw that fastball away from the hitter, you have to get great extension out in front. Nice job of pitching.
The 1-2 on its way.
You're out.
Swing and a miss on the fastball, second out in the inning.
Now you can hang laundry on that one. 94 miles per hour, pretty good velocity, but that's pretty straight.
Well, he just looked overpowered on those 2 fastballs.
John thought the timing that time just didn't seem to be there in the at-bat.
Well, and a strikeout like that will give the pitcher a lot of confidence.
It's going to be Hernandez. 2 outs and a runner on second. At the belt, Martinez hit up the middle. Oh, that'll move you on the mound. He just barely got out of the way. Throws to first, side is retired. So they can't push any across here in this half of the inning. Still scoreless in New York. And for those of you just joining in, I'm Gary Thorne along with John Kruk and Steve Phillips. We bring you Major League Baseball here on 2K Sports. Line towards second. And Kent picks it up. And that's in plenty of time for the out. And in the batter's box, it's Walker.
Well, another year where it seemed like injuries, the storyline for the Mets. There was a story in 2009. Injuries a big issue in 2010 as well.
Base is empty, 1 out. Just missed with the fastball, 1-0. Well, you just can't take big names out of the lineup like the Mets had with Beltran and Bay and Reyes and expect to win ball games.
Well, Beltran missed the first part of the season, limped his way through the second half, and then Jason Bay with that concussion.
There's a swing and a drive deep to left field. He has to back up for it, comes away with the out. Here's what the Mets have coming up in April. Sunday, they finish up this Washington series. They continue the homestand with a series that should be good, the Colorado Rockies. That'll be Monday through Thursday. Then they'll kick off a road series with the Braves. That series bound to be competitive. And we're going to see Galarraga here. Two outs and nobody on. Holds back, and it's a called strike on the inside part of the plate, 0-1.
He must have been looking for an off-speed pitch in that situation because the fastball looked like it surprised him.
The pitch, back behind second, and that'll be the Nationals' first hit. So that brings Brian Snyder to the plate.
Let's take a look at where Washington ended up rank-wise last year in the National League. 3rd in stolen bases, 7th in triples, and they were in the top 10 in home runs. That ability to drive the ball really paid dividends for this team's offense. Well, this is what you want. You've got speed on first base, tie ball game. You have to do what you can to get him in scoring position. Let's see if they get him going.
1-0 count. He took that last one, and it was out of the zone. Just a 1 for 9 last year off the Mets here at Citi Field. Here's the 1-0. Can't connect with that fastball. Now it's 1-1.
Well, that two-seam fastball away is just screaming to be hit on the ground as the hitter opens up. Awfully tough to hit with that kind of movement.
The 1-1. Good time to call for that changeup. 1-2. 1-2 pitch coming. There's a swing and a miss, but he's headed for first. Oh, and he got him. What a throw. He gets the play at first base.
And Gary, as soon as the pitcher lets go of the ball, he knows what can happen in this situation. Is hoping his catcher can stop it and get the out in time. Great heads-up play.
There's a big 2 right there. No runs and a base hit. They leave one man on at first. Defense getting the job done. Scoreless, Citi Field. 5, 6, 7 hitters to get things started. A crisp night here at Citi Field. A bit chilly. Those hand warmers being utilized in the bullpens. Ball. And Martinez outside. That'll be a ball.
Well, he tried to go outside on the outside corner with that fastball right there. Just got a little bit off the plate. He's got to be careful, though. You don't want that hitter to get his arms extended.
A 1-0 pitch. And he looks at a changeup in there, 1-1.
The hitter saw fastball, the pitcher threw changeup. Not a good combination for the hitter.
One on the way. And he looks at a slider in there, and it's 1-2 now.
I don't think he liked that call very much, but the reality is he couldn't hit that any day of the week. That's a great pitch.
The pitch. Swings, lines this one back up the middle. And the throw's in time at first. Mercy, what a play. Diving stop and a nice throw, too.
Well, he showed great range on that one. I didn't think he had any chance to get it, but able to get it and get on his feet and make a strong, accurate throw. Tremendous job.
The national schedule, let's have a look. We finish up this New York series on Sunday. They get to face their NL East brethren, the Philadelphia Phillies. That'll kick off Tuesday evening. Following that, they face Prince Fielder in a series at home against the Brewers. A team that will definitely give them a competitive series. Lots of home games, that's always a good thing. One out, nobody on. That one lofted in the air. It's caught. In the batter's box, it's Kingman. Two outs, base is empty. He makes contact, line drive, and finds the hole into right field, a base hit.
Let's take a brief look here at the Mets and how they ranked in the National League last season. First in stolen bases, second in triples. And for the hits numbers, well, they didn't quite have the numbers you want there offensively, which really leads to some questions about their offensive production and how many runs they can score.
Runner on first, 2 away. Strike one. Martinez gets him with a cut there.
Well, that's some kind of pitch, and you set up the target on the outside corner, and he paints the black with it. Awfully tough when you have that kind of location.
Missed badly with a fastball there, 1-1. Change up just off the black, and it's 2-1. The 2-1 pitch. Swung on, hit in the air to right center. And it drops the base hit. He's going to try for third. That will bring up Jose Reyes.
A perfect situational hitting. This is exactly the time you want to go the other way.
And what we're talking about is taking the ball where it's pitched. It's outside, go the other way. Ability to steal bases last year among the league's top 10. Runners at first and third with 2 away. A swing and a fly ball to left center field. And that's going to do it in this half inning. No runs and a couple of hits and 2 left on. Still scoreless in New York. We'll be looking to the leadoff batter later on in this inning, another AB. Vidro into the batter's box. Watches a changeup go by for strike one.
But Gary, awfully tough to read this pitch out of his hand. He has great deception, makes it look like a fastball. It just comes out so much slower.
That's upstairs for a ball, 1-1. And a ground ball right over to first for out number 1. One down. Here's Orlando Cabrera. Average for him last season, a very good .318 against the Mets. That one's on the ground, but he gets it in front of him. Now the 1-0 pitch. And he looks at a slider that's in there, 1-1.
Well, he gets the breaking ball right over the heart of the plate. He must have been looking for something else.
He deals. Sharp bite to that slider. 1-2. The 1-2 pitch. Good patience as Orlando Cabrera lets it go by for a ball to even it up.
Well, anytime you have a good fastball and you can keep it down in the zone around the knees or lower, it's great location and, believe me, very difficult to hit.
Big swing and a miss for Orlando Cabrera. Strike 3. He's out.
A good pitch right at the knees there. He swung right over the top of it and just couldn't put it in play.
Raines at the plate, lined out last time up. Base is empty and 2 down. And here's the first one. Change up just misses. 1-0. The 1-0 now. Wilson will field. And that's out number 3. And they're unable to make any noise here in this half inning. Shutout ongoing, Citi Field. It's going to be Wilson now. He'll get us going here in the home half of the third. And Snyder sets up his target. Swing and a line drive. And Cabrera, he makes it happen. What a play.
A good shortstop puts himself in position to make the play. Right there, he didn't have to move at all as that ball was hit directly at him.
David Wright at the plate.
Well, you never think that a ballpark can get into a player's head, but I firmly believe that playing in Citi Field, David Wright let that ballpark get to him early in the 2009 season, and that's why his home runs were down. 2010, though, was back to his normal self with the power stroke.
Strike one. Martinez gets him with a cut there. And guys, it's David Wright. The numbers improving, as John was talking about. 29 homers, and they got the slugging percentage over 500 again last year.
But he did hit for a career low 283 in 2010. I think some part of that was trying to generate power, trying to get those home run numbers back up again. He got away from that thing that makes him special, that ability to drive it to right center field.
Strawberry is the batter. 0 for 1 thus far. Base is empty with 2 outs. Here's the pitch. First pitch, a fastball. That's in there for a strike. Outside for a ball, 1-1.
Well, that right there is a really good pitch, just missing the outside corner. Give the batter a lot of credit, though. That is one of the toughest pitches to lay off of, that hard fastball away.
Good looking fastball. Called the ball, though. 2-1. The 2-1 pitch. 2-1 pitch, a changeup swung on and missed. 2-2. Swing liner back up the middle. And it's through. That's a base hit.
Well, this guy's always a threat to go. He steals a lot of bases, so they're going to have to keep a close eye on him, and maybe they'll make a mistake to the hitter paying attention to the runner.
State Farm leaderboard recaps the biggest group of thieves last year in the league. Number 1, the Mets. Second, the Padres. The Nationals third. Fourth, the Phillies. It's the Astros, number 5.
Well, you talk about a game that could take a long time. This might be it. Anytime you have guys who can steal bases, the game just seems to slow down. That's what kind of pressure they put on the opposition. But both of these teams have the ability to steal bases. They were two of the best at it in the league last year, and it just puts so much pressure on the opposition when these guys get on base because you know they're going to be in scoring position soon.
And he watches that low pitch from Martinez. He deals. Pitch out. Nothing doing, though. Fastball swung out and missed, and the side's retired. No runs on a hit, and they'll strand him. Still scoreless in New York. It'll be batters 2 through 4 due up next. And it's Ryan Zimmerman. The lifetime average, 252 against the Mets. Zimmerman in the box. Here's the delivery. First pitch, a breaking ball, low, 1-0.
Well, Gary, they really can't seem to mount any offense at all. I mean, 1 hit through 4 innings, and you really have to look at your approach at the plate.
Pitch on the way. And in there, at least for a single as it gets down. And that's going to bring up Vladimir Guerrero.
Well, that's the start this team needed. Get that first guy in the inning up, get him on base, and let's see if they can bring him around to score.
He flew out his last time up. No one out and a runner on first. Here's the first pitch to Guerrero. Off-speed pitch is in there for a called strike. The pitch. And with 2 strikes on him now, Guerrero needs to protect that strike zone. And Vladimir Guerrero strikes out. No contact made.
A good break on a 90-mile-an-hour pitch.
In the batter's box, it's Dawson. A great electrifying batter. Look for the long ball. Zimmerman is on at first. Now the first pitch. Watches a fastball that's in there. 0-1. Takes a swing at that curveball. He's behind now, 0-2.
Great stuff from the pitcher. Now he's ahead 0-2. He can go in so many different directions.
Tried to get him to chase that curve. It's 1-2. The 1-2 on its way. Curveball. Ooh, where did that miss? 2-2. Tough pitch to lay off that time. Full count, 3-2.
Well, hitters know those 2-seam fastballs down on the way turn into ground ball out, so they lay off of it. But with 2 strikes, it's a pitch you have to swing at.
The 3-2 pitch. Popped up. Should be playable behind the plate. 2 away.
This one goes right up the chute. Sometimes it's hard for a catcher to gauge these sorts of pop-ups, but he had no problem with it.
And in the batter's box, it's Walker. Last time up, flew out. 2 outs and a man on first. First pitch on the way. Swings and hits this one deep down the line and left. And the side's retired as they head into the dugout. No runs and a base hit. They leave one man on at first. Washington still looking for that offense. For those of you just coming on board, Gary Thorne with Steve Phillips and John Kruk bringing you Major League Baseball on 2K Sports. First pitch. Hit sharply down the line, and he can't get to it. And they can't cut it off. It'll roll to the wall.
Well, it's so important for your team to get guys on base and in scoring position early in the inning. And that's exactly what he did with that double.
It's going to be Johnson now. 0 for 1 thus far. No one out and a runner on second. And the first pitch. This one swung on and driven hard. That's one away. And he looks that runner back to second base. In the batter's box, it's Kingman. He singled his last trip. One out with a runner at second. Here's the first pitch. And Martinez gets it by, called strike to take the count to 0-1. Here's the pitch.
Ball.
0-1 is a fastball inside. That'll even the count at 1.
Well, that pitch just took off right there and exploded out of the pitcher's hand. Kept it just a little bit inside, though. Tough pitch to hit. Good job by the hitter to lay off.
Liner towards the hole. There's one. And he's going to hang on to it. No relay, so they will not get the double play.
Well, he hit this one on the screws, but luckily the first baseman had him positioned properly and had the big old glove over there to get him out.
Two outs and a runner on second. Now Snyder sets the target. And Martinez gets it by, called strike to take the count to 0-1. Good hard slider that time. He's in control in the count now. 0-2. Here's the pitch. Swung on, grounded towards the hole. And he'll step on first to retire the side. So they pick up a hit but leave a man at second and fail to score. Still scoreless in New York. And we're going to see Galarraga here. He'll get things started. 5th inning. First pitch to him. And he holds off with the pitch low. 1-0.
They need more offense right now, Gary. I mean, only leaving 2 runners on base. We're moving through the middle part of this game, heading into the later part of the game. I mean, they need to give themselves some opportunities to score runs.
Back up the middle. And he gets it down. He's 2 for 2 now. So that brings Brian Snyder to the plate.
Well, a good start to this inning, but let's see if the guys behind him, after he starts out this inning with the single, can follow up and finish this inning off with some runs.
Runner on first base, nobody out. First pitch on the way. The fastball is in there. It's 0-1. 11 at-bats last season, only a couple of hits off the Mets. Oh, he's running, taking off for second. He is safe at second base. Now the 1-1 pitch. Swing and a rocket toward short. And Reyes picks it up. And he gets in there. No contest. Oh, it's bobbled. Vidro into the batter's box. Grounded out his last time through. No one out yet. Runners at first and second. Here's the first pitch. Swing and a miss on a ball below the knees. 0-1.
Well, that's some kind of fastball down in the zone right there. The hitter has to be ready for it or he's got no chance to hit it.
The pitch. A smash to first. And he scores.
Well, you love the approach right there. He didn't try to do too much. He wasn't trying to be the hero. Just get that RBI and get that first run on the board.
So looking to capitalize RBI situation, Orlando Cabrera. Steve, you get that feeling right now this offense is not going to be stopped. They've got themselves a lead late.
You know, Gary, that at-bat we just saw could prove to be the most critical at-bat in this ball game as they've now taken the lead.
Could be one of those situations that decides the ball game. Right now it looks like their offense is ready to start clicking. Takes that one on the inside corner. Strike one.
Now, Gary, as you were saying, that was one of those situations where they had the opportunity and they capitalized. And this offense does look like it's heating up. Let's see if they can keep it going here.
The pitch. Good patience as Orlando Cabrera lets it go by for a ball to even it up. He went 2 for 10 last year against the Mets when they played here in New York. Here's the 1-1 pitch. Swings, hits this one in the air down the right field line. That's one down. So brought to you by State Farm. Here's a look at the hitters who hit with the highest average with runners in scoring position last year.
Well, these guys can smell the RBI. They can smell that big hit in a critical situation. You have to love their approach. They thrive on pressure.
Runners on first and second with one out. First pitch. First pitch fastball. Misses badly that time. 1-0. At the belt, the 1-0. Curveball just misses, falls behind 2-0. Fastball just misses. He runs it to 3-0.
Well, 3-0 count right here. Hey, look, I'm giving the hitter the green light and letting him swing away to see if he can do some damage.
Not looking at a fastball. 3-1 now.
Same thing here. Selective 3-0. Now you can still be selective on 3-1. Make him throw it where you want it.
Fastball is in there. Now 3-2.
Sometimes when the pitch comes out of the pitcher's hand, you have to say to yourself, I'm going to lay off and wait for the next one. He didn't think he could catch up to it. Good decision.
The 3-2 pitch. And he missed ball 4. That's going to load the bases.
Well, you know, the pitcher's really tired right now, and you have to think that his confidence is a little bit shaken. That long at bat right there, he had a chance to put the hitter away, and now he has to go from the stretch to try to keep this inning from getting out of hand.
3 on and 1 out. Zimmerman in the box. Here's the delivery. Off the plate with a fastball, and it's 1-0. Last year he struggled in these chances, just 2 for 19 off the Mets here in New York. Swung on, line to right field. And Snyder scores. Good pitch down low, Steve, but a better at bat.
Well, he did a real nice job going down in his swing to get that low ball to be able to pick up the hit.
Bases are loaded here with only 1 away. Here's the first pitch to Guerrero. That fastball gets by him on the first pitch, 0-1. And this is a nightmare for a pitcher as Vladdy Guerrero steps in.
Well, with the bases loaded, you don't want to walk him, and the tough thing is it's tough to walk him anyways. He can hit bad pitches out of the ballpark.
Here's the delivery. That one's in the dirt. Nice stop.
Ball
1-1 pitch, fastball. That's going to be low. 2-1.
At this point of the game, he's got to be more efficient than what we're seeing right here. Up over 20 pitches in this inning, and he needs to get back in that zone.
He swings now and really hit that. Wilson will field. Didn't have a problem getting over. Runners on the move. Vidro scores.
He's an RBI machine, no question about it. And productive outs. He has the right approach with a runner on third base.
In the batter's box, it's Dawson. And Steve, the offense continues to produce. They keep building on it.
Well, now they're putting some distance between themselves and their opponent. With at-bats like that, keep tacking on the runs and pulling away.
Two men on, 2 men out. And the first pitch. And he got good wood up the middle. Throws on to first in time to retire the side. Pitchers owning this game. Finally some offense. 2 runs across. The Washington Nationals are ahead 3-0. And Reyes is batting. 0 for 1 thus far. And here's the first one. A fly ball. 1 away.
So this ball was headed to the gap, but the left fielder got a good jump on it, able to run it down and make the play.
It's going to be Wilson now. Lined out in his last at bat. Base is empty, 1 out. First pitch, here it comes. And Martinez outside, that'll be a ball. One 0 on the way. Lined right at the second baseman. And Vidro brings that one in.
That ball was hit so hard the second baseman barely had time to react, but playing in the right spot, he gets the out.
And it's David Wright now. Talk about leading your team last year. Batting average, home runs, RBIs, and runs. Base is empty and 2 down. And Snyder spotting the pitch. Hit in the air to left center. That'll do it as they put that one away. And they aren't able to get anything going in this half inning. 3 up, 3 away. Washington able to maintain that lead. And in the batter's box, it's Walker. He's going to get us started here in the 6th. He delivers. Swings and misses at the curve. 0-1. Change-up stays outside, and it's even at 1. Here's the 1-1. Swing and a miss on that fastball, and it's 1-2. Whoa. 1-2 pitch coming. The 1-2 is a fastball inside. 2-2. Fastball swung out and missed. Struck him out. 1 away.
A pretty healthy break. 88-mile-per-hour breaking ball.
2 straight fastballs. He still couldn't catch up with it.
Well, the pitcher comes back with a fastball right after he threw one and gets the K. You know he's throwing gas out there.
Nobody on base. 1 away. Here's the first pitch. Nice reflexes there to keep that one under control. That one was in the dirt. Inside on the curve. 2-0. Here it comes. He watches that fastball. That goes by him for a strike. 2-1. The 2-1 offering. Fastball on the block. He doesn't get the call, though, and it's 3-1.
Well, this is your dream when you're in the on-deck circle before you go into the batter's box. If you can get the count to 3-1 and in your favor, you know you have the upper hand.
He swings and nails a liner. And in there, 3 for 3 ball game. So that brings Brian Snyder to the plate.
Well, a guy that just continues to swing the bat well in this ball game. 3 hits right now so far, and it comes with 1 out in the inning. Can it start a rally?
Runner at first with 1 down. First pitch on the way. And that's too low. 1-0. Numbers over his career. 255 off the Mets. Here's the 1-0. Smash towards the middle. 1. And a double play. They got them both. No runs, 1 hit, and no one left on base. Next, it'll be the Mets getting it going. And the 3-hole will be coming right up. Strawberry is the batter now. He'll lead it off. Home half. We're in the 6th. And here's the first one. And Martinez gets it by. Called strike to take the count to 0-1.
You talk about making a pitch when you need to make a pitch. You know, he's had some base runners on, but he's left them on, and that is the key. When you go out of the stretch, make the pitch, hit your spot, and get the big outs. And that's what he's done.
Take something off that time. In control with the count now. 0-2.
Well, he clearly fooled him right there. He had him thinking fastball, and he pulled the string on it. Got him to swing right through it.
On the way. Big swing and a miss on a heater. Strike him out. 1 down. Boy, those strikeouts so important coming late in the ball game. Keeps that confidence up.
Well, they tell you that strikeouts add to the pitch count, but a 3-pitch strikeout right there, he can go forever on that one.
It's going to be Hernandez. He was a strikeout victim last time through the lineup. One out, nobody on. Now the first pitch. First pitch, and he misses the fastball. Strike one. Swung on, line softly up the middle, and Cabrera gloves that one.
It looked like he was on it, but he just didn't quite center it. Just ends up being a soft liner to the shortstop.
It's Kent at the plate. He doubled his last time. Two outs, bases empty. And the first pitch. Ball. And Martinez outside. That'll be a ball.
Well, you see, he just missed with that fastball right there away. Let's see if they try to come back inside to try to jam him.
A 1-0 pitch. 1-0 pitch, changeup, swung on and missed. 1-1. Good pitch on the outside corner. 1-2.
He's just popping that glove with that four-seam fastball, pounding the strike zone.
Here's the pitch. Hit up the middle. Played by Vidro. And he throws on to first. That'll retire the side.
Gary really brought his A game for this one, executing all of his pitches. Great command and control. They haven't been able to muster any offense against him so far in this game.
Mets can't get the offense going. Vidro into the batter's box. He'll lead off the seventh. R.A. Dickey's going to be pitching as they make the pitching swap. Hard grounded to short, and Reyes picks it up in time for the out. Orlando Cabrera in.
Well, an unbelievable season in 2010 from R.A. Dickey, and you know, they didn't know what to expect. They didn't even know if he was going to be in the rotation, but he's proven to be a solid starter in the major leagues.
Bases empty with one away, and he starts Cabrera out. Can't time the knuckler there. 0-1. John was talking about Dickey joined the rotation in May and then went 11-9 and a real good ERA. A little unconventional, Steve.
You know, a little unconventional in his knuckleball as well. Most knuckleballers kind of throw it soft and let it float up there. He throws a hard knuckleball that has late movement on it.
Knuckler that time misses, and it's 2-1. Pitch in the dirt, blocked by the catcher. The pitch from Dickey. Swung on and ripped towards second. Picked up by Kent. So Cabrera is set down. Raines gets a shot here. Drew a walk his last time. Two outs and nobody on. The first pitch. Knuckler just misses. 1-0. Pitch is a floater in there. 1-1.
He's getting strikes with his knuckleball. He gets the inside part of the plate right here. At some point, you just have to commit and swing the bat.
The 1-1 pitch. Floater can't find the zone. 2-1. Dickey kicks and delivers. Here's the 2-1. 2-1 pitch is a knuckler, taken for a called strike 2.
When that came out of the pitcher's hand, he thought trouble. Floating knuckleball up in the zone, but he gets a strike.
2-2 is a changeup that misses. 3-2.
Well, a lot of guys would swing at that pitch right there, that changeup down in the strike zone, but the hitter luckily stayed off that one.
Swing and a miss on that knuckler. Side retired. It goes quickly for R.A. Dickey. 1-2 free. It's 7th inning stretch time in New York. And welcome to those of you just tuning in. 2K Sports, Major League Baseball. This is Gary Thorne along with Steve Phillips and John Crook. At the belt, Martinez. That one swung on, hit in the air deep to left field. As he drops back and puts it away.
Well, big out right there. Listen, he's on his way to a shutout right now. They've not been able to muster much against him. This is critical time of the game. He's getting a little fatigued, and they've seen him a couple times already. He's got to make his pitch.
One out, bases empty. And the first pitch. And Martinez gets it by, called strike to take the count 0-1.
Well, holding them scoreless so far in this one and only allowed 4 hits, Gary, and I think a real credit to what he's been able to do. Outstanding work between the pitcher and catcher. Just a great plan of attack.
0-1 is a slider for a called strike. This one's grounded foul wide of first. Rings him up. Man, he has just mastered this offense in this ball game, and no signs he's letting up.
Well, he's been sharp all game long, but you just hope going through the order for the 3rd time and the 4th time, guys don't start picking up on the tendency. Well, it's a luxury for the manager having a lefty coming off the bench like this guy. They go to him here, hoping it's the right move against the right-handed pitcher.
2 outs, bases empty. Here's the delivery. First pitch, a changeup outside, 1-0.
Well, that's where you look for a changeup from the pitcher away in the strike zone. If they look for it and get it, they can really shoot that thing the other way and do some damage.
The 1-0 now. Called strike away, and it's even at 1.
A very effective pitch. The changeup painting the outside corner. Now you can go back hard in or go soft away again.
1-1 pitch. And that swung on and hit. Guerrero's going to play it. And that's going to do it in this half inning.
Gary, he's in absolute control out there right now. And I have to suspect they're going to leave him in as long as he can go, as long as the pitch count doesn't get too high.
Nationals holding on to the lead. Number 2 hole set to get things started. Ryan Zimmerman to lead it off. Last year, 1 for 8 against R.A. Dickey.
You know, Gary, I think you're losing a little something here. I don't think this guy's nearly as solid defensively as the one he's replacing, so interesting move.
Zimmerman in the box. Here's the delivery. It's now 0-1. Watch that fastball go by.
Well, climbing the ladder with that four-seam fastball, trying to get the hitter to elevate his eyes. He gets the strike on it, and the hitter doesn't pull the trigger.
The pitch from Dickey. And he leaves that one alone. Ryan Zimmerman with patience to even it up. Knuckler that time misses, and it's 2-1.
Well, this guy relies on movement. Why? Because he's a knuckleball pitcher, and that ball doesn't do anything but move.
Here's the 2-1 pitch. That one is swung on and missed by Zimmerman. Strike and an even count. And Steve, on that knuckler, even though the hitters know it's coming, it is so erratic, you don't make good contact.
Well, the one good thing about a knuckleball pitcher, though, is it's not very taxing on the arm, so he can log more innings and protect the bullpen.
Fastball well off the mark, and it's full 3-2.
Trying to get the ground ball out, you throw that two-seam fastball away from the hitter, trying to get him to reach and roll over it. He laid off of it here.
Yo, a little low. Got it in the dirt, but he held on.
Well, the hardest thing to do when you have an at-bat that lasts this long is sometimes you have a tendency to be impatient and chase one. Give the hitter a lot of credit. It was a close pitch, but he laid off of it to earn that walk.
Now, Vladimir Guerrero, Big Vladdy. He's hitting .333 lifetime off R.A. Dickey. A runner on first, no outs. Here's the first pitch to Guerrero. First pitch is a knuckler that floats low, 1-0. The pitch from Dickey. There's a swing and a shot. High, deep, straightaway center field. He heads all the way back to the warning track and gets the out. In the batter's box, it's Dawson. He bounced out his last time. One out, runner on at first. And here's the first one. Just off the outside, and it's 1-0. This is right there for his strike, 1-1. Floater can't find the zone. 2-1. Now the 2-1. Well, that's just a tough pitch to hit. 2-2. Yikes. That thing just tied him up in knots. That'll be out number 2.
He had to know he was getting a knuckleball with 2 strikes on him, but this thing is dancing all over the place, and he just can't make contact.
And in the batter's box, it's Walker. Struck out swinging his last time up. Zimmerman is on at first. And the first pitch. Knuckler just misses. 1-0. Dickey with the 1-0 delivery. Low for a ball, and it's 2-0. Here's the 2-0. Knuckler just misses the paint, runs it to 3-0.
Well, and you wonder why a catcher wears such a big glove to catch a knuckleball. Well, there's why. That one stays down in the zone. He had to go get it.
A line drive toward short. And that one drops in for him. Wow, that is his first base hit. It has been a struggle to get.
You want your hitters to go with the pitch. Don't try to force things. The ball's away. He drives it away.
Use the whole part of that plate and the whole part of that bat. He did.
Kids, you want to learn how to hit? That's how you do it.
2 men on and 2 men out. Here's the pitch. High and away for a ball. 1-0.
Well, you saw that pitch, that knuckleball. It just floated up and away out of the strike zone. Great movement, but great piece of hitting to lay off.
Here's the 1-0. Swung on, a fly ball heading towards the corner and right. That one's grabbed. Side retired. So R.A. Dickey out of the inning. And here come the Mets. She's going to be there half of the 8th. And it's Jose Reyes in the box now. He'll get us started as we go to the bottom half of the 8th inning. First one to Reyes. Here's the pitch. Hit in the air to center field. And that's a base hit. Reyes now on board.
Jose Reyes, one of the more exciting players in the game. Let's take a look last season and see how he ranked. First in triples, third in stolen bases, and he got the job done in the clutch. One of the elite hitters hitting in the clutch, in the top 15 in batting with runners in scoring position. You love that sort of patience and confidence he had to drive in big runs. Now, Jose Reyes on base, one of the best base stealers in the game. They need him to go, but everybody knows it.
And Martinez gets it by, called strike to take the count 0-1.
Gary, listen, he's made pitches. They've had a few base runners on against him, no question about it. They've gotten a few hits, but he's been able to keep them from putting hit after hit after hit together. He's kept them off the scoreboard and let his defense do the work.
Looks at a fastball in there, and it's quickly 0-2.
Well, he missed his spot with that one and got away with it. You want to go to the corners with that four-seam fastball. He found the heart of the plate, but didn't cost him anything.
Here's the pitch. And he gets under that one. And Snyder with a catch. One away.
A masterful performance out there today. They've not been able to get any sort of offense going. And I'll tell you what, he's going to make people notice this is an outstanding effort.
Batting is David Wright. One out, man on first. Wright gets set. Here's the first pitch towards center field. Now it's 2 down, and he'll go back to first.
Absolutely in the zone right now, finding a way to make the pitches when he needs to. I tell you, he's been able to change up his sequencing of pitching to keep the hitters off balance the entire way.
Two outs and a man on first. Now the first pitch. First pitch is a changeup for a called strike.
He just plain old fooled him right there. He must have been looking for something else. Hit his spot perfectly with that changeup.
Here's Reyes running.
Strike 2.
And he's in there at second base. Martinez outside. That'll be a ball. The 1-2 on its way. Try to get him to chase the fastball away. 2-2. Checks him at second. Wasn't very far off the bag, so he gets back easily. Changeup just about had him, but it's full now.
Well, that pitch right there, that changeup away, if the guy's looking for it, that's a great pitch to be able to hit the other way with some power.
And on a full count, and he pops it up. Foul territory behind third. And Zimmerman grabs that one. Then the side's retired. They're held in check yet again. Scoreless through 8 innings. Still unable to score. The Mets still nothing on the board. And we're going to see Schneider here. First pitch, here it comes. And that's a ball. Dickey too far outside with that. There's a swing. Line drive, center field. Able to make the grab on that one. 1 out. Vidro into the batter's box. We'll try it again here. Just 1 for 3 thus far. Base is empty. 1 out. The pitch from Dickey. There's a swing and a liner towards the gap in left field. The catch, and he has it for the 2nd out. And so with 2 down, it'll be Orlando Cabrera. Grounded out last time. And he starts Cabrera out. He watches Dickey's pitch go by.
He's getting strikes with his knuckleball. He gets the inside part of the plate right here. At some point, you just have to commit and swing back.
He deals. Smash towards the hole. Hernandez in position. And they'll record the out at first base. Good timing on that play.
He might not have been able to get him out at the plate, but a short run over to the first, and he still retires his man.
Only 5 pitches to get out of that inning. That'll rest your arm. Nationals 3, the Mets nothing. And if you just joined our broadcast, great to have you on board. 2K Sports Major League Baseball. I'm Gary Thorne with Steve Phillips and John Kruk. He sends this one in the air towards center. That's 1 away. Pressure continues to mount.
Not a bad way to start the last inning. We've got a shutout going. You want to get the first guy. He's going to need every bit of that defensive support in the end.
Nobody on base, 1 away. At the belt, Martinez kicks and throws to right center, and it's through. Base hit for Kemp. Just kind of lean in, Steve, and slap that thing the other way on that kind of pitch.
Well, you can't pull that pitch. If you do, it's going to be a ground ball to short. You want to punch it to right field. He's one of the best at doing it.
One down, runner at first. At the belt, Martinez kicks and throws. Johnson will foul that away. Here's the 0-1 from Martinez. That second pitch cuts on a fastball, misses, and it's 0-2.
They've had a few base runners throughout this game. They've left some on, Gary, but I mean, every single time they've had runners on, he just seems to elevate his game, making the pitch when he needs to. They just can't score.
Struck out another. One more, and he's got it done.
Great pitching here today, Gary. Looks like he might make it all the way. One more out's all they need for the shutout.
In the batter's box, it's Kingman. He was a strikeout victim last time through the lineup. A runner on first with 2 outs. First pitch to him. Ball. And he watches that low pitch from Martinez.
Well, you see there, he tried to go on that outside corner, down and away. Give the hitter a lot of credit, though. You know that's a pitch you can't hit, so don't even swing at it. Well, and the catcher looked like he really wanted that one.
Misses outside for ball 2. And that one misses outside, ball 3.
Well, that's a tough pitch right there to lay off of. That changeup down and away and out of the strike zone. But the hitter must have been looking for it because he wasn't fooled at all.
On the way. And a fly ball could be the last out. And gone! A home run, and the shutout is finally broken.
Well, the shutout broken up right there, but I tell you what, no shame in the performance he's given in this one. He's been outstanding. Home runs often come from mistakes, Gary, and he either chose the wrong pitch or had the wrong location because that four-seam fastball is way out of here. The fans are on the edge of their seats, Gary. So am I.
Bottom half of the last inning. This is what you live for. Move to the front of your seat and take a look.
Now, Gary, this is why you buy a ticket and come to the game. 2 of the best squaring off. Let's see who can win. Mets need more hits. They've drawn close. Somebody's got to step up and get it done, Gary.
He represents the potential tying run here in the bottom half of the last inning. Can he do it?
Well, for the pitcher, he's got to be a little bit nervous. The last thing he wanted to do is to see one of the game's best hitters coming to the plate.
The pitch. And that one is a fly ball. This could do it. Goodbye home run. And they're happy to tie that one up. Back to an even ball game with that solo shot. Here's a graph that shows us what that solo home run means for their chances on the WPA graph.
Now they're taking advantage of them right now. 2 at-bats, 2 homers. Can't be feeling very good out there.
As in real estate, location, location, location.
You just can't let it get to you. You got to shake it off. Come on. Well, there's a lot riding on speedy Jose Reyes' bat here, Gary. You can just see the intensity in his face.
You got to get your hacks in here. This is the last half of the last inning, and you could be the winning run.
Gary, both guys feeling the intensity of the game right now, trying to look calm, but you know their hearts are racing.
Base is empty with 2 outs. First one to Reyes. Here's the pitch. Sliders in there for a called strike. Look at the season average for him last year, 184 against the Nationals. Here's the pitch. And it's 0-2. Reyes is going to be swinging at anything close.
When you throw that breaking ball, you want to throw it down in the zone to get the hitter to chase or just get the bottom of the zone for a strike. That's what he did.
Good slider that time. Ruled the ball. 1-2. Good eye by Jose Reyes. He lays off that one, and it's even.
Well, that pitch right there just seemed to get away from the pitcher, took off on him. Looked like he tried to overthrow that a little bit.
Two-two pitch. Oh! Reyes, contact, and a foul ball. Slider just about had him. 3-2 count.
That's a good pitch there. Tried to get him to chase it out of the zone. He just laid off.
The 3-2 pitch. Got him. And they're able to avert any more damage. Side retired. But they strike for 3 runs here thanks to 2 home runs in the inning. Extra innings coming up here in New York.
Quite a showdown coming right here, Gary.
Top half of this extra inning, and this is where these battles between hitters and pitchers become very intense.
If you talk to both of these managers, Gary, they'd say, I want this pitcher on the mound, and the other would say, I want this hitter at the plate.
Here's the 1-0. Hit hard to second. And Kent picks it up. And that's in plenty of time for the out. And it's Ryan Zimmerman now. Drove in a run earlier in the game. Base is empty with 1 away. Zimmerman in the box. Here's the delivery. 0-1. Called strike from Dickey, and the count will go to 0-1.
Well, he had no idea where that pitch was. He couldn't have hit it the way that thing was moving.
Here it comes. And that's a strike. Zimmerman behind on the count. Will be careful. And it is hit well off the bat of Zimmerman. 2 away.
Well, Gary, you know, he's settling into a groove right here. And that's 6 in a row that he's set down. Well, it's a big opportunity for Vladimir Guerrero to come up big for his teammates. Well, they needed a little extra speed out there to cover the bases, potentially steal a base. Let's see if this added speed pays off.
Top half of the inning here in extras, and here's a guy who could put this ball game away.
Gary, this one's big. Whenever a pitcher faces off with one of the most dangerous hitters in the game, the stakes are raised. Let's see how they handle it.
First pitch he let go by, and it was a ball. 1-0. Now the 1-0 pitch. That one's drilled to short. Throws to first in time. That's 3 down. And nothing across here in this half of the inning. We're still deadlocked here in New York. It's going to be Wilson now. He's ready to start it out here in the home half of the 10th. First pitch. On the ground to second. Pedro gets it. So Wilson is set down. And it's David Wright at the plate. He flew out his last time up. One out, nobody on. Wright gets set. Here's the first pitch. Here's a swing and a broken bat ground ball. And it makes it through. The winning run is on.
Let's take a quick look at David Wright's season last year. 3rd in batting average with runners in scoring position. 4th in doubles. He was also ranked in the top 5 in stolen bases. Pitchers know when he gets on, he's a threat to run, and he gets the hitters behind him in the lineup some fastballs to hit.
Wright's on at first. First pitch on the way. Sliders in there, no balls and a strike. Low for a ball, 1-1.
Flat fastball right there, just missed, just below the knees. Tell you what, a borderline pitch. I think they wanted that one bad.
And that's in the upper half of the zone, 1-2.
Well, that sinker ball is going to get knocked around if he leaves it up in the zone like that.
The 1-2 pitch. Foul ball behind home plate. Holds off on the slider, 2-2. Slowly down the third baseline and foul.
Well, even though the count's even, you still have to take that defensive mode up at the plate, because anytime you have 2 strikes, you don't want to give them a cheap out just by striking out foolishly.
Hit hard on the ground to short. Picks it up. There's one. Now over to first and safe at first. Close play, not quite enough time to get it. Bad throw.
Anytime you hit a ball and it leaves the bat, you know you have a chance for a double. It's a great feeling, especially after such a long at bat. I think he just wore the pitcher out myself.
They better be careful, Gary, with him on second base. He can run, and he has the ability to read the pitcher and get a good jump as well.
Fastball too low, 1-0. The 1-0 pitch. 1-0 pitch, a sinker, swung on and missed, 1-1.
This is how you get the routine ground balls. You pound that sinker down and away, trying to get the hitter to roll over his hands and pound it into the ground.
He watches one at the knees, and it's 1-2.
Velocity and location are absolutely critical. That pitch was exactly where he wanted to throw it.
The 1-2 on its way. A swing and a miss, strike 3, but a chance at first. And he's safe at first base. Yikes, that's a stolen runner right there.
Swinging a bad pitch out of the zone. The catcher could not keep it in front to get the out. Could be a costly mistake. We'll see how it affects the rest of the game.
Great chance to do something on an out that should have been recorded and wasn't. Runners at first and third with 2 away. The pitch. Fastball in there, 0-1.
He needed to get that first strike in there, put the hitter on the defensive, and now he can be aggressive in the strike zone. And Hernandez running. The throw.
Not in time. In there at third. Swing and a miss in the slider. 1-2. And the sinker swung on and missed. Side retired. So they pick up no runs, 1 hit, and strand a couple. And this marathon continues here in New York. Big bats ready to make an appearance.
Well, you want late inning fireworks? We've got it right here.
Top half of this extra inning, and this is where these battles between hitters and pitchers become very intense.
If you talk to both of these managers, Gary, they'd say, I want this pitcher on the mound, and the other would say, I want this hitter at the plate.
Here's the first pitch. Here's a knuckler that dances in there for strike 1.
Well, it looks like it's over the heart of the plate, and then it sinks down and in. You give up on it, and he still gets the strike.
And he watches the low pitch from Dickey.
We have to remember these middle relievers, they're not used to coming in and throwing over 45 pitches, but that's where he's at right now. You might see his control run away from him a little bit right here.
Good movement to the knuckler. 1-2.
Well, he's spinning himself into the ground. That knuckler going inside there. He tried to clear his hands, but just couldn't make contact.
Outside, 2-2 now. Oh, and he fooled him badly. That was a knuckler, and he is out of there on number 1. Well, here late in the ball game, obviously that is a very big out.
That's a huge out. I tell you, the pitcher came through in the clutch. He needed a strikeout, and he got it.
But, Gary, this is where the legends of the game make their marks.
Top half of this extra inning with a batter who could be the go-ahead and maybe the winning run.
Now, this is going to be an all-out war right here, Gary. Both guys going to bring their best stuff.
1 out, nobody on. Here's the first pitch. There's a swing and a smash. Wilson will field as he just strolls over for that out. And we're going to see Galarraga here. 3 for 4 thus far. Base is empty and 2 down. Called strike from Dickey, and the count will go to 0-1.
The key for any pitcher is establishing the four-seam fastball. Once you get that working, it gives you so many different options.
Started to go around, held up, but it's in there. 0-1. Pitch on the way. Foul. Swings and grounds this one to the right side. Foul. Ball. Knuckleball misses, and it's 1-2 now.
Catcher's worst nightmare, having to catch a knuckleball when that thing's fluttering all over the place. He's earning his money today.
Struck him out, so they'll go to work, see if they can't win it in the bottom half. No runs, no hits, nobody crossed the plate in this half inning, and nobody left on base. We've got a stalemate going in New York.
The fans are getting a late inning showdown right here, Gary.
Bottom half extra inning. Potential go-ahead run standing at the plate.
Now, Gary, both guys know a walk-off homer wins it. The fans want it to end.
0-1 is the count. We get ready here in the bottom of the 11th.
Well, that's the perfect pitch right there. When you're trying to throw a slider, that is exactly where you want to put it. Down and in on that hitter.
Swings, hits this one pretty well. Deep right center. And that'll set down Johnson. That's one away.
Well, they followed the advanced scouting reports to a T. They played the outfielders back that time, and he hit it right into the teeth of the defense.
Base is empty with one away. And here's the first one. Here's a sinker that winds up in good old Mother Earth. Here's the 1-0. Swung on, liner to right. And there we go, the winning run on base.
Well, anytime you're a hitter and you can get 3 hits in a game, you're going to see that average start creeping up to where you want it to be. And he's on now with 1 out.
One out, runner on at first. Here's the first pitch.
Strike one.
Swinging a liner to left. Out number 2. And he'll have to hold at first. Now State Farm takes a look at who had the most triples last year. Number 1, Jose Reyes. Second is Carlos Gonzalez. Third, Matt Kemp. Fourth spot held by Ryan Howard. And sitting number 5, Brandon Phillips.
Well, there's nothing as important besides a home run than a triple, and this guy can do it better than anyone, and he did it last year. Number 1 in triples. I'll tell you what, not only do you have to have a lot of speed, but you have to be able to put the ball in play on a consistent basis to hit as many triples as he can.
Two outs and a man on first. He delivers. Starts him out with a fastball for a strike.
You always want to get that first strike in there as a pitcher because now you can execute your plan to put the guy away.
The pitch. And Reyes watches. That one is outside.
He tried to backdoor that pitch, but left it out and away.
He swings, hits a ball to right field. And that should be a single.
With this big base hit, Gary, they have a chance now to win this ball game. The winning run on base. Now they need somebody else to step up right here and try to get it done.
Two down. Runners at first and second. Here's Wilson's first look. Paints the lower outside corner. Call strike 1.
As a hitter, you don't want to fall too far behind in the count. Right now, you want to be able to know what pitch he's going to throw.
Doesn't get the call on the slider. 1-1. Swing and a line to left. And that's going to be a base hit for Wilson.
Well, 3 hits in the loss there last game, but I tell you what, he continued to swing the bat like this. They're not going to have many losses in the column.
batting is David Wright. He's trying to end this thing right here and now.
Any type of base hit now, it does the trick.
Bases are loaded with 2 down. Wright gets set. Here's the first pitch. Here's the pitch.
1-1.
And he leaves that one alone. Wright, patience, evens the count.
When you throw a breaking ball like this, you want to start it on the corner and break it off the zone, trying to get the hitter to chase. The hitter didn't take the bait here.
Slider in the dirt. Here's the 2-1. That one swung on and missed by Wright. That'll even it up. Fastball swung on and missed. Side retired. They pick up 3 hits in the inning. They leave the Sox full. And this marathon continues here in New York. Bottom 3 due up next. And we're going to see Snyder here. He'll be leading it off here in the top half of the inning. And the first pitch. Called strike from Dickey, and the count will go to 0-1. Here's the pitch. Too far inside. 1-1. A shot up the middle, and Reyes makes the catch.
Look, Gary, he just continues to mow this lineup down. We're talking about 11 hitters in a row retired.
One out, bases empty. Here's Vidro's first look. Starts him out with a knuckler for a strike.
With a knuckleball pitcher, you're waiting for that ball to find the heart of the plate. He had one right there. He couldn't pull the trigger.
0-1, the delivery from Dickey.
0-2.
Boy, good hard knuckler. Swung on and missed. 0-2.
When the knuckleball's away, the tendency is to give up on it. When it's down, you think, well, it's going to fall out of the zone. That one stayed up. He tried to make contact, but couldn't do it.
Swing and lined up the middle, and he's on. That's the go-ahead run.
Well, that pitch down and away is the toughest in the game to hit. A perfect pitch from the pitcher. Great piece of hitting.
And keep that in mind. Next time around, we'll see whether or not he changes up and how he throws to this guy. Runner at first with one down. And he starts Cabrera out. And the pitch out. Nothing doing that time. Dickey with the 1-0 delivery. 1-0 delivery is a fastball in there. 1-1.
Better to go after the fastball when a guy has quality secondary pitches. Even though it's down to the zone, you've got to swing at that.
The 1-1. There's a swing. Fly ball down the line and left. That's 2 gone. Raines is up now. He stands in now with 2 down. Possible go ahead at first.
Well, look for them to be very aggressive on the bases here. Possibly an attempted steal.
Two outs and a man on first. Here's the pitch. And they pitch out. Nobody's moving. Pauses, and now the 1-0. Line towards second. Throws on to first. Side is retired. No runs on a hit, and they'll strand it. They're still deadlocked here in New York. Things will start getting a little more difficult. Third man in the lineup coming up.
You can feel the pressure now. You feel the excitement, the energy in the stadium. Late game excitement.
Bottom half of this extra inning, you want to win this right now, and he's got a chance to do it.
Well, he's got to be feeling the pressure, no question about it. And all it takes is a big fly to end this game. So let's see if he pitches around him a little bit.
The pitch. Swing, hot shot, and he's on the potential winning run. Get ready.
Well, anytime you can get a guy on base who can steal bases, it puts so much pressure on the opponent. Let's see if they can get him around to score a run.
It's going to be Hernandez, and he needs to move over that go-ahead run that's at first.
He's got to do anything he can to advance this runner and get him into scoring position.
They've got the outs to work with. First pitch on the way. Here's a fly ball to straightaway left. 1 down.
Well, the hitter just out in front of this one, causing him to lift the ball to the outfield. The left fielder makes an easy play.
It's Kent at the plate. He's batting with a possibility that winning run on first base could be his RBI.
Well, with 1 out, they have to be thinking double play. Give us a ground ball.
One out, runner on at first. First pitch, here it comes. Swings, lines this one back up the middle, and it's through. Base hit for Kent. Runner around second, he's heading for third.
Well, the winning run now on base, Gary, after that big base hit. So this offense putting the pressure on, and they've got a chance to win it for the hometown crowd.
It's going to be Johnson now.
When you're looking to generate offense, speed can be an important factor. They bring in the faster base runner now. Let's see if he can do something.
He's looking to put an end to it right now.
A base hit or a short fly ball probably puts an end to this.
That would be a game winner. 2 men on, 1 out. Here's the pitch. Swings and misses at the fastball, 0-1.
It's tough for hitters to protect both sides of the plate. You can't protect the outside and the inside, especially when you're throwing your fastball down and away.
Strike 2 at the knees, 0-2.
All the pressure on the hitter right now. He knows that he has to protect the plate in order not to strike out.
Trying to get him to chase a slider, but it's 1-2.
He tried to backdoor that pitch, but left it out and away.
Tried to get him to chase the fastball away, 2-2. Pitch out. Nothing was on, though. The 3-2 pitch. Swing and a miss on the fastball, second out in the inning.
Well, that's a huge out right there. Now with 2 down, they've got a legitimate chance of getting out of this inning with the game still tied. Both managers sitting on the edge of the bench right now, understanding this is a critical point in this game.
He's trying to end this thing right here and now.
Well, any type of base hit now does the trick. Well, we're going to take a look here, see if they try to steal the runner from first base. Have some speed over there. See if they try to get two in scoring position.
Well, working on the 0-1 count now.
It's important to get that first strike. Now the pitcher in the catbird seat.
Here it comes. Missed with the fastball outside, and it's even at 1. Smash towards the middle, and it's in there. A run wins this game, and they win it. Game-winning run is across.
Well, the hometown fans going home in celebratory fashion, Gary, as they win this one in the final inning, getting it done in an unbelievable game.
Now look at our player of the game, a standout performance deserving of the recognition today.
Well, there's some days when you are so locked in and focused at the plate that you want the game to continue on throughout the night. But because you know it's not going to be every day that you're in a zone like this, you better take advantage, and that's what this hitter did. 4 big hits in this game, and one of them just happened to leave the ballpark for good measure.
And Steve, that ought to send these folks home happy.
Oh, no question about it. They get the win in a close game, a lot of excitement and enthusiasm, and ready for the next one.
So glad you could join us. For Steve Phillips and John Kruk, I'm Gary Thorne. We'll see you real soon.